So I managed to find the time to pop into my uncle's workshop. He runs a bending and rolling joint here in Melbourne called Unique Bending. And one of the boys there, Andrew, pulled the AC/DC TIG out and threw a weld on the steering box, which I wasn't able to weld with my MIG. And it seems like we may have had some success here. So Andrew told me it welded pretty nicely and it looked pretty good as it just came off. I'm going to leave the bottom weld on there just for strength. Obviously you've got to smooth this face out because that's the point where it bolts on. So you will either see a picture of this all shiny with a hole in it, or you'll get another video of me crying and asking for help on what the hell to do. Let's see.
Over the next couple of days I'm going to be working on the steering box. We fixed a minor problem we had here with a smashed lug, and these stubborn stains have been very hard to remove. So I've just had a go with this mag wheel cleaner and a bit of a brush, and it seems to be working well. I'll update you later on. I'll show you how it ends up. So, using the mag wheel cleaner, I'm not going to say you don't need some elbow grease, but you do. But you can clearly see the difference. That's clean, and that's the dirty side. And the bottom, well, that's just brilliant apart. Oh, I just dirtied it then, but yeah, that's good. I might paint this. I think they came painted originally anyway, so I might paint it black anyway, but it still needs to be cleaned thoroughly before I paint it. And I'll clean the cover now, and I'll show you how that turns out. I probably won't paint this for a bit of contrast. So I'll either paint this and not paint this, or paint this, or not paint this and paint this. I'll see. Alright, so I've cleaned it all up. It's come up reasonably well. I've also given these a hone. It's always a good idea. And the gasket bit, I just use a marble tile and a bit of wet and dry. And then I just gently, don't go berserk, just gently rub, and check. And you get a nice, even, flat surface. You can stop, it all helps the gaskets grab better and seal better. I mean, you're taking bugger all material off, but it does make it all fit together very nicely. Rightio, I just pulled the old washer out. It goes in there. I'm going to clean this race, grease this washer up with some lithium grease, put it in there, then we'll start the rebuild. Just loaded up the bearings into the main bolt, I think they call it, that goes into here. I always use a mixture of lithium grease and high-speed grease. I find the lithium grease slipperier and the high-speed grease stickier, so your bearings don't fly out all over the joint. Bit of an update on the steering box. I've pulled apart the column, which was in pretty bad condition. I'll clean that up, see how that turns out. The actual tube is alright. I'll clean that up as well, give it a coat of paint. I was hoping to use the old racers, but I don't know if you can see it. They're pretty badly pitted, so unfortunately I'm going to have to use the rebuild kit. Even that one. That's a shame. These were much better quality. But that's what happens when you abuse. I'll give everything a bit of a clean. The box is now clean. Front and back caps are painted. Alright. put this through the parts cleaner, giving it a good clean. Just a little tip with this stuff, make sure this, where the top steering column bearing goes, make sure you give that a polish if you ever do it. I find it works a lot better. Having a look at the worm drive, the actual drive's really good. We have a little bit of slight pitting there, which is, it's not ideal to be honest, but the top edge, it's a little bit better again. There's a bit of pitting, again, not ideal, but I can't feel it with my fingers, which is a little bit positive. The main bit that you're going to use while driving is between there and there. Anyway, it's a shame, but there's not much we can do about it. You know, I did film this getting put together, but honestly, the swear jar's well and truly full. Anyway, there's plenty of videos on these stuff going together. It's pretty self-explanatory. Watch out for the bearings. Change the races. Make sure the guide's in before you tighten it up, before you zip it all up. Change the spring washers. That's about it. I'm just going to put the pole back on. This part is now finished, the steering box. She runs fairly smooth. Decided not to paint the actual main body. I'll leave it aluminium colour. You don't see it anyway. And she's there. We replaced the bearing up there. That was fun. So just remember, fill up your swear jar. You're going to need it. Put in little ball bearings in the races down there and down there. That's a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy that. But all in all, they are pretty easy to rebuild. Definitely worth doing if you're going for a full rebuild.